All right, so I am back to being a farmer, and I received a notification up there where you see a red dot having one. So you can either click there to see the notification, or you can come here to the bar down here having the word more. You click it and it would show notifications. So in tap notifications, it tells you a buyer is looking for beans. So now as a farmer, I am going to view buyer demands. So this list shows different demands that have been made by different buyers. And I am interested in beans because that's what I am advertising as a farmer. That's what I'm advertising. Let's say I've seen beans here, or you can, if let me say you're looking for something else like tomatoes, you deal in tomatoes, you would search for tomatoes and you would find your demand for tomatoes. Sometimes you can search for your produce. As a farmer, you can search for a produce and it's not there. That means it hasn't yet made, the demand has not yet been made for that specific produce. Like how you would search for, let me say, almond or groundnuts and you don't find groundnuts, it means the buyers have not yet demanded for it. But now me, I'm looking for beans since I got that notification. Yes, and I can see here that different buyers who have demanded for beans. I can see there's one who wants it supplied in a week, another one wants supplied in 2 weeks. Here, there's one who has transportation needed. That means they want me to have the transport, or not needed, they have their own transport. And so I'm going to choose, okay, we have something called a filter here. So at times you'd want to filter out, there'll be so many demands for beans, and you want to filter out what you can handle as a farmer. So I'll click filter, and I can specify the country. I can, sometimes there'll be demands from other countries like Tanzania, Kenya, anywhere. But then for you, you feel you're capable to only supply to Uganda. So you can start typing Uganda. But I'm guessing, I think on our demands currently, they must be all Uganda. Yeah, they're all, but they're both Uganda. Let me say, you can manage to supply in 2 weeks. So I can click here 2 weeks and I say apply. So the filter would only get those buyers who have demanded for the next 2 weeks, who want supplies in the next 2 weeks. So it filters out that. Or you can, let me go back and go to beans. I can filter out, let's see, transportation. I would want a buyer who has their own transport. So those who said not needed, when I click apply, to filter out the buyers who have their own transport. When they say not needed, it means that buyer has their own transport and will do it for themselves. So since right now I have David as the buyer, I'll go for this one of 2 weeks, not needed, 120 kgs. Then let's say I'm in ginger. So I can notify the buyer. So it says, you are about to notify buyers. Would you like to proceed? And I say, confirm. So it's notifying the buyer. So there's one thing I want to show before David comes on. At times you may find farmers who who want to notify buyers yet they don't have that produce. Now let me give an example of tomatoes. See here, view. And I click notify. It will tell me you have not advertised tomatoes. So I as a farmer, I won't be able to notify a buyer if I don't have that produce. Unless I have that produce, that's when the app can allow me to notify the buyers who have demanded for that produce. Okay. So David, I am going to stop sharing and then you can continue. You can show what's on your side.
Sorry, I was speaking well, trying to explain. Okay, so this part here she has sent a notification to the buyer. So now we can see that I've received a notification here that your demand for beans has been matched for a farmer. So you can also get it from here, the more screen, a notification whereby your demand has been matched. When I tap on this, it will take me to uh, when I tap on this message, it will take me to this list whereby I'm supposed to now make a bid based um on what this person is selling. So when I tap on the bid, to show me the list of what the person does, but what the person has, but one can go to the description and understand what they actually have. So it is very vital that you give a description that is a bit reasonable, because most times buyers look at someone's description based on what is there. So when I move on, I now want to make a bid. I see this person speaks Luganda, English, and Toro. Of course, I understand English and also Luganda. So I'll be able to communicate with this person. But if the person puts something that I had not, they are not indicated, it might be a bit challenging for the buyer to speak, but the communication might be a bit challenging for him if the farmer has indicated languages that he does, probably he is not conversant with. So I shall come here to proceed with payment, making a bid. Let me see now, I want to make it at 2,000 and I'm interested in 120 kgs. So the moment I tap on proceed with the submit, it will ask me for my annual subscription uh, for for using the application as I indicated to you earlier on during the slide presentation. So I shall come here and I'll go with pay with PesaPal. So sometimes it takes a bit of time trying to load, but just a little bit of patience, then it will definitely show about uh, 4, 5 to 10 seconds, then uh, the payment will start loading, just as you can see here. Trying to get the payment gateway whereby we're supposed to make our payment. Okay, so you can choose between Airtel and MTN in terms of payment. Currently, me, I'm going to pay using MTN. So when you tap on either of these, depending on where your mobile money is, you can choose that or that. So when I come here, I'm now going to be using my MTN. I'll put in my number. Uh, so when I proceed, what happens? The payment app comes up. So I am going to give me a sec. I'm going to make payments in the background. All right. So the payments have gone through. I can now share with my screen. So you can see payment successful. So when I close this, now I can now submit the bid for this user. So when I do submit the bid, uh, shows that the payment is completed successful. The bid has been sent to the farmer. So currently the person will be able to see what has been sent. So here I've received an SMS. You have sent a bid to approve the produce. So you will be notified in real time on what is there. So what happens is right now reflects here on what on the bid that I've actually sent to the farmer. So for me, I'm going to hand over to Maria to share from her side.
All right. Open that up. Yeah. So at times as a farmer, you may be doing your other things, you're moving around, so you won't be always coming back on the app. So luckily here we have when someone sends you a bid, an SMS comes. So it's saying someone sent a bid for your beans on From My Farm mobile application. Open the app to approve or reject the bid. So you can be there on your phone, you look at the SMS, it reminds you, oh, someone has made a bid. So I'd also come. Okay. You see, I have a notification also here. It says someone sent a bid to your produce. You can also go to the more screen here, to the notification. So I want to see who is this person, what have they made a bid for. So on my dashboard here, on my tab, I can see the person has made a bid of 2,500 per kg, and they're buying 120 kgs of beans. And this is the total. The total will be 300,000. So I'll be receiving 300,000 from this buyer. So at this will show here it says top 5 buyer offers. So it would show the bids from different buyers. We know that there'll be other buyers who would have made bids. So as a farmer, I would choose which bid to take. And then when I click accept, it will tell me to pay for advertising fee. So farmers can advertise for free on the app, but the only payment they do is when they're accepting a bid, because here you are sure that there is more money that is going to come. So when you accept a bid and you pay this fee here, you get connected to the buyer and then get your money from the buyer after communicating. So let's say pay now, and I'm going to use pay with PesaPal. So pay with Stripe, which you saw the other side, is let me say you have card. If you're using your Visa card, you can put in your Visa card and pay with that. Or now with PesaPal here would have MTN, Airtel. Yes. Let's give it time to load. All right, so I'm going to pay with MTN. So that is 0770 7 3 7 3 4 7 7. If that's the right number, okay. Let's say proceed. It's loading, so right now the pin will come up, and then I'll type in the pin. So now the payment has been received. You can close this. Oh, sorry. Go back. So it says here accepted. So notification sent successful to the buyer. Bid updated. There's another SMS here. You have approved. Okay, let me just open it up. So you can see another SMS came here. You have approved a bid for one of your produce on the From My Farm application. So, and it said if you believe this is an error, you can contact the From My Farm admin. So I'm going to stop sharing so that David can show you what is happening on his side.
Yes, thank you, Maria, for that. So start with the SMS showing that your bid for beans has been accepted on the From My Farm mobile application. Open the app to get in touch with the farmer. So coming here, I would go back to see. We can see that our notification has increased. Shows that the farmer accepted your bid item price. Click here to get in touch. So when I tap on this, it shows that now I've now gotten a contact of the farmer, showing where they are, how I can get in touch with them, the name of the person, the country, together with the country code, item name, beans, quantity, and then the price. So it is now me to follow up to call the person in order to get in touch with them and see how can we close the business. So with that, that is how the transaction ends with a farmer and a buyer. Yeah, so what happens is in the transaction history, this will give you a history of what you have been doing, what has been where you have been purchasing from. I mean, the bids that you have successfully paid for, or any subscription that you have made. So now with this, it will more or less give companies that want to be providing loans, that want to partner with me focusing mainly on your transaction history. How have you been interacting with the application? So this is one way of how you can reach out to those organizations that want to use the application in order to provide loans to farmers with PBT, with transaction receipts. So what we have here is also a report to keep you tabs on what you have been purchasing, on how many bids you have done, what is your number of successful bids, your bid success ratio, so that at least you keep up the trend of how you're handling your bids. It's not a matter of placing a bid each and anywhere, but it's just being systematic in a way on how you place your bids. So with that, as I said, a message will be saved here, and I'll be able to get in touch with this person when need be or when I'm interested. So this is not to put the pressure on the farmer, but it's now the buyer now to now reach out on how he can now do the transaction with the farmer. So I shall stop sharing here.